It comes in waves. Most of the time, I'm okay. And then it comes and hits me like nobody's business. And honestly,
it's bound to happen eventually, but it's hitting me how not okay I am about everything that's happened over the past month or so. And I don't regret what I did. I don't regret.
It comes in waves. Most of the time, I'm okay. And then it comes and hits me like nobody's business. And honestly, I've been feeling like this a lot lately. It's love. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it myself. I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? You know, it's really hard when love is the one thing you can't force, you can't make happen. Where is it? Where is it? I'm so ready, and I have a beautiful life waiting for the perfect man to show up. But where is he? I'm 53, and I just can't believe that I'm sitting here, and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then. Where are all the good men that are ready and want to build a beautiful life together? Where are you?
This clip is the heartbreaking realization of the biological or social clock winding down, expressed as a generalized existential whine. Where is my person? The speaker at 53 is tired of doing it herself and is asking where the good men that are ready and want to build a beautiful life together are hiding. The core problem is revealed in one sentence: I have a beautiful life waiting for the perfect man to show up. This phrase is the ultimate expression of passive entitlement. She has spent decades perfecting a life for herself, turning it into a beautiful, fully furnished space, and now expects the perfect man to simply audition for the role of co-star in a movie she already wrote and directed. She hasn't been looking for a partner, she's been waiting for a decorative accessory. The good men who are ready to build a life are not looking for a finished product to join. They are looking for a partner to build with. They are not perfect, and they don't expect their future wife to be perfect. They are looking for someone who demonstrates openness, humility, and a willingness to compromise and adapt their existing beautiful life to accommodate a second person. Her statement, "Love is the one thing you can't force," is ironically used to justify her lack of effort in actively seeking, rather than to describe the nature of genuine connection. The brutal, common sense truth is that those good men in their 50s are likely partnered with women who were willing to build together in their 30s and 40s, or they are dating women who are actively, vulnerably engaging with the world, not passively guarding a finished, beautiful life. Being ready is not enough. You have to be available, vulnerable, and willing to dismantle your perfect independence to make space for someone else. You don't attract a builder by sending him a picture of a completed mansion. If you think people should stop waiting for perfect and start creating real relationships, hit the like button and subscribe. We need more builders, less interior designers.
This is what's bound to happen eventually, but it's hitting me how not okay I am about everything that's happened over the past month or so. And I don't regret what I did. I don't regret giving my all to someone and trusting someone. But I regret giving that away so easily. And I know it says more about his character than mine. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. I feel like my innocence was toyed with. I feel like I was manipulated. I feel like my lack of experience was used against me because he knew. And there's stuff that I haven't even shared on here because it's just way too personal and way too vulnerable, even though I've shared literally everything. But there's more stuff that happened that I haven't shared. And that stuff just sucks. It just sucks. Like, I know it's not gonna happen. I know the right person for me will be the right person. But like, he was the one person that like I've seen consistently for like the longest time. I've never seen someone more than like 3 or 4 dates. Like, I share so much of him in so many ways.
Don't know anything.
Has a spectacular emotional overreaction to a short-term fling that ended. The speaker is reeling, claiming her innocence was toyed with, she was manipulated, and the guy used her walk of experience against her. All apparently after seeing him consistently for the longest time, which she immediately defines as more than 3 or 4 dates. The emotional response, trauma, innocence lost, manipulation, is wildly disproportionate to the stated investment, a handful of dates. This is emotional inflation used to justify the pain of a predictable outcome. When you invest 100% of your emotional energy into someone after minimal time and they don't reciprocate, the fault lies with the investor's risk assessment, not the partner's character. She says she doesn't regret giving her all, but she regrets giving it away so easily. This is the core cognitive dissonance. Easily is the key word. She gave away high-value emotional resources, trust, vulnerability, time, to a low investment partner who was still in the screening phase. She is trying to retroactively enforce commitment onto a casual arrangement. The claim of manipulation is often the default defense mechanism when one realizes they were far more invested than the other person, but refuses to take responsibility for choosing to overinvest. The logic here is that her walk of experience wasn't used against her. Her inability to pace herself and screen for commitment was her undoing. She saw him consistently for the longest time, but that longest time was so short it should barely count as a dating sample. She confused consistency with commitment and intimacy with permanence. Instead of learning to slow down and vet partners, she's spinning a tale of villainy. The truth is, he didn't manipulate her. She sprinted toward commitment while he was taking a leisurely stroll, and then she fell off the cliff and is blaming him for the gravity.
Let's talk about dating in your 40s. Oh my God, what a mind fuck, I'm telling you. All I'm going to say is this. I am not here to play games. I lay it on the table what I want, and I mean what I say, and I'm looking to have the next 50 years of enjoying life. And I'm not going to muck around. So if you don't like what you hear, or if you don't like what I bring to the table, then I'm not the one. That's how it works. People just start to be honest with each other. Like, we don't need to play these silly games. Let's face it, we're over 40. I'm 47 now. Like, I just want to go and enjoy the next 50 years with someone and live life, because that's what it's about.
Good luck with that.
Part 3. This woman is the final, hardened stage of dating entitlement, the midlife ultimatum. The 47-year-old declares that dating in her 40s is a mind fuck, and she's not here to play games. Her solution? I lay it on the table what I want, and I mean what I say. And if you don't like what you hear, or if you don't like what I bring to the table, then I'm not the one. This aggressive, transactional honesty is a game, the game of high-pressure, low-compromise negotiation. She is essentially setting her price and demanding immediate payment, confusing honesty with rigid ultimatum. True honesty in dating means being open about what you seek, while also being flexible, curious, and adaptable to what the other person brings. Her version is, here is my finished prescription for the next 50 years. Take it or leave it. She states, I just want to go and enjoy the next 50 years with someone and live life because that's what it's about. But the person she is presenting to men is someone who is difficult, demanding, and resistant to any input that deviates from her pre-written script. The mindfuck isn't the dating scene. It's her realization that her low-effort, high-demand approach is failing in a market where men over 40 are often looking for peace, companionship, and genuine collaboration. The common sense clarity is that dating is about mutual adjustment, not a unilateral declaration of terms. She is trying to bypass the vulnerable process of getting to know someone by issuing a series of demands up front. The irony is, the silly games she despises are the social and emotional dances required to establish rapport and trust. By skipping them, she is filtering out men who seek genuine connection and only attracting men who are either desperate or those who will lie to get past the initial demands. She's not being honest, she's being a bottleneck, and then blaming the dating traffic for her lack of speed. The underlying double standard is this: I am entitled to a perfect, high-quality, fully formed man who will instantly fit into my life, but I refuse to compromise my own carefully constructed independence or my aggressive vetting process to achieve it. The simple truth that must be accepted is that the absence of good men is not a market failure. It's a screening failure. The men who are ready to build a beautiful life are seeking women who are builders, not project managers. They want a partner who is vulnerable and warm, not a trauma victim seeking legal retribution for a short-term fling. They seek a woman who is flexible and collaborative, not one who lays down a 50-year non-negotiable manifesto. The painful reality is that the time she thought she had was actually the time she had to learn to be vulnerable, adaptable, and a genuine co-pilot. She used that time to become the chief operating officer of her own single life. You cannot demand love from an emotional distance, especially not when you have convinced yourself that any disappointment is manipulation. The good men are not missing. They simply saw the high walls and the low effort demand for perfection and rationally chose to walk on by. If you want the beautiful life she describes, stop guarding your perfect life and start sharing your imperfect self.